All right, Dibbs. Last question, man.
All right.
So you recently signed to Strange Famous Records and released your new album, Ohio Dirt. Talk to us about the album and what fans can expect from it.
I'm reading the liner notes, so I know what you're going to expect from it. I'm kidding. I don't know. It's a motherfucker. I thought the last question was going to be easy. You fucked me up on this. It should be easy. So, okay, so when I had like really wrapped my head around circuit bending, right? And like, because in the beginning, you're just happy to make something like a fucking a Furby or something slow down, like, you know, talk really slow. And then as you learn how you can like that can be turned into tones and sampled and replayed, and you start understanding how to make music out of it instead of just it's funny that you made the doll's voice sound like Satan. You can't really use that per se. So then I started making music with it, and I ended up making like accidentally 20 hours of sequential music. It just was long, just 20 hours long, never stopped. Changes, transitions, scratches, all that, 20 hours. And then the store I shop at here, Shake It record store, the only store you need to shop at here, Shake It. And they put out the Ugly and Proud 7 inches for me back in the day.
Right.
They have a label too. And so when I walked one time I was in there, and this is closing in on when COVID is going to hit. And they were like, you got anything new you're working on? Because they're always putting out shit. And I'm like, yeah, I actually have 20 hours of shit that's continuous. And they're like, can you turn that into like 20 minutes aside and make an album out of it? I'm like, yeah. So I took 10 and 10 and reworked everything into about 19 minutes and some change per side. So I willed all that away to that. And so that was going to come out on Shake It. And then the pandemic, then they lost the master on accident. The pandemic hit, and we just forgot about it. Pandemic passes. Like I still go in there and shop. I still chop it up with everybody, and everybody that works there. Like we all forgot, like me included, totally forgot about the record. And then I was on tour with Sage and Sean on the last tour, and somehow it came up. Like when I got back, what I was gonna do, and I was like, well, I have to finish this project for Writing Easy Records, and I have to do this thing for this fishing video, for real. Reissue Primitive Tracks, and I was like, what else? I'm like, oh yeah, Ohio Dirt. Yeah, Ohio Dirt. And then I was like, I mentioned it to Sage, and he was like, well, who's putting it out? I was like, well, it was going to be Shake It, but that was like 6 years ago, and we all forgot. So it's not like they're going to care, you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, well, send it over. So I sent it over. And then, 20, 30 minutes later, he's like, yeah, we'll do it. And so we did. Like I had it, this was all done 6 years ago. Like this was painted in my backyard.
Wow.
Well, not the sticker.
So how did you condense 20 hours to that?
You know what? So I don't know. And I mean that in the same way if you were like, how'd you make the record? Because this is literally all circuit bent toys, keyboards, drum machines, synthesizers, dolls, and me scratching, and then like dialogue from movies you either forgot or never saw. This is all circuit bent shit made to sound like an actual record. So when I listen to it, I'm like, I don't remember how the fuck I did that. So when I think about how did I turn 20 hours into basically 40 something minutes, I don't know. And I mean, I remember doing it. I remember sitting there, like watching a 5-minute window of it, like, all right, so I could take some of that and put it here. And like, yeah, fuck if I know, dude, but I did. And it worked. And then, yeah, Sage is about it. So like, it'll be there for the beginning of the tour.
It's great, man.
It came out Came out today. Well, today's the 9th. It's not when this is showing, but it came out.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Dibbs, man. I just want to thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we go ahead and wrap it up?
Yeah, this was the longest fucking interview I've ever done.
I know, and I had to move like 5-10 questions to the second interview,
And I didn't realize, fair enough, and I didn't realize until I just looked up, I was like, oh shit, I think I broke a record on me right here. I think the longest one before this was like maybe 3 hours with Sean.
No, it was 4 hours, I think.
With Sean? So this was 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1. We went, this is 5.5 hours, right?
Yep.
That shit went by like I'm looking like, fuck, man, is it that late? Fuck. No.
Well, I'm glad that it went by so fast for you because I was worried. I was like, man, I wonder if he's like looking at me like, man, when you gonna be done?
Now when I went to go piss the second time, I had a smoke in the garage real quick. I peed in a Monster can and smoked a cigarette at the same time and then came back. So I was like, I'm refreshed now for at least another hour. So I was good.
Right. Because at first, like before that second pee break, I was like, you know what? I can see like he's at that point now where he's like, he's starting to get there. I'm like, but when you came back, you were refreshed. Yeah, so no, I was like, oh, good. It's good to go.
Monster can, smoke. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I had a plan.
You know, it's funny because with Sage, I had to convince him to do 3.5 hours. We had to split it between 2 different days because he's like, but he was like, I usually don't do this long, but I like you, so I'll give you some extra time. I'm like, okay.
That shit's fun anytime.